Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Jlongo back here with a new video, and today we're going to be going over NFL week number 7 in the 2024 season. Last week we had an impressive 11-3 record, making us 52-40 over the whole year. Pretty positive. Also, a quick note about last week, all favorites won. Also, all favorites covered all the spread lines in last week's games. Starting it off strong this week. Can't miss this one, folks. Thursday night, Amazon prime time. Broncos at the New Orleans Saints. Who dat? More like, who dat playing receiver for me out there? I can't name one of these cats. I know Spencer Rattler playing QB1 now, since he was off the previous Netflix show, QB1. I like Spencer Rattler. He's cocky, looks just like Mahomes. He comes in here with a little bit of swagger, scoring 20 points in the second quarter. Wait, is that right? The Saints scored all their points in the second quarter last week, and the Broncos, they scored all their points in the fourth quarter. No. This can't be right. They got that many eggs on the scoreboard for 3 quarters? Wow, what a fun show this is going to be. But I like the Broncos defense. With missing Patrick Surtain there at corner, I still think this coach, big revenge game for Sean Payton, to come back down there into New Orleans where he's won a Super Bowl for them fans and take one back for him on Thursday night. Give me the Broncos -2.5. Bo Nix for a touchdown. Anytime. Sunday in London. They got to quit with this 9:30 a.m. kickoff. It's really messing up my tea times. But the Patriots got to come in there on short notice while Jaguars have been camped out there for a whole week, maybe even weeks. This team basically lives over there, given this is where majority of their fan base is. I like the Patriots coming into London here with rookie quarterback Drake May, who looks just like Justin Herbert. I like him coming in here and slinging the rock a couple times against this sloppy Jaguars defense. I think that the Jaguars got to really buckle down and win one, but they're not going to win by a larger margin than 5 points. Give me the Patriots at +5.5. Moving on quickly this week. Lions versus the Vikings. Game of the week, folks. Can't miss this one. First 1 o'clock game. Lions got to come off of that high horse that they stole from the Cowboys last week. I've seen more restraint from CPUs on Red Dead Redemption. I like the Vikings coming in here at home after a good solid bye week that they got to rest up after traveling to London to beat the Jets in a kind of close one there at the end. This Vikings defense is solid, folks, especially in the pass game. So we'll see if Jared Goff can thread the needle or he can rely on his run game, but I expect the Vikings to make the Detroit Lions to pass the rock a lot more than they have been. So, give me the Vikings at -2.5. How could you bet against Sam Darnold? The guy's undefeated going into a bye week. Man, this kid's getting on hot and heavy quick. Give me the Vikings. Missing in action Dolphins come into Indianapolis to face the Colts. I like the Colts here coming in with Joe Wacko after a tough win against the divisional opponents, Tennessee Titans. I like the Colts, and I believe that their lack of pressure from the Dolphins will allow Joe Flacco to manage this game pretty easily, especially with Shane Steichen, one of my favorite new NFL head coaches. Really like this guy. He's the one who took the Eagles to the Super Bowl. We'll talk about that later. I like the Colts coming in here. No Jonathan Taylor, maybe. No center Ryan Kelly. It's going to be a struggle. I like the under in this one. OBJ might be returning for the Dolphins if he wasn't already there last week. Just never see the guy. Colts here at -2.5. I think the books got him at 3, but I want to play this one at 2.5. I like the Colts here at 1 p.m. Sunday. Seahawks versus Falcons. Battle of the Birds. But I see this being a ground game. Both QBs can keep the game close, but I like the team that should be undefeated this year. They've had 2 close losses and 3 really good victories. I like the Falcons here at -2.5. A lot of 2.5s and 3s on the board this week. Don't forget, all week last week, the favorites covered. Falcons coming in here at -2.5 at home. I think that spread should be even higher. If you got the balls, bump it up to 3.5 and play the 4 points. This game should come down to a touchdown, not a field goal. But they're giving us the option. Play it at -2.5. Seahawks defense, run defense is looking awful. You'll see a lot more usage from Brian Robinson and Tyler Algier this week. I know a lot of fantasy owners complain about those cats, but they're workhorses, and they're really going to get to show it later on in the year on display. So let old Kirk Thuggins do his thing out there and just dish the rock off this week and rest that shoulder, buddy. Gotta save it for the playoffs. Texans at Green Bay. Another hard place to play. The Texans are going to have to run the ball, but so are the Packers. Packers are struggling on offense. Wait, what? Romeo Doubs coming back, 2-touchdown game? Man, Christian Watson finds one. And then that other little guy, Jalen Reed, he's always open. He's quick. I like Green Bay coming in here and defending the throne at home. I like the Packers and Jordan Love. I truly believe that Jordan Love is a better quarterback than C.J. Stroud. That might be a controversial take, but we'll really see who's right this Sunday, won't we, folks? I like Jordan Love to come out here and the battle of the future QBs. Give me the Packers at -2.5 at home. Green Bay is a hard place to play, and you've seen it last week for the Cardinals. You better get adjusted to that weather, people, because it's about to hit hard. Bengals at Browns for the battle of Ohio. Man, did you see that Myles Garrett third down sack for a loss of 8 yards, nailed him back to a narrow field goal kick just for him to jump the snap and swat that shit for a touchdown? Man, that'll get you Browns fans, whoever you are out there, what little there is. You Browns fans, that'll get you on your feet. I know it will. Myles Garrett's a man amongst boys out there. God, that guy's special. But you're going up against the offensive powerhouse with the O-line really getting back in the rhythm. Snap ordinances are looking good. Joe Burrow's putting up MVP numbers with bad records in the win column. But I like Ellen DeGenerate and the Bengals to come through here and really put on a air raid, especially with losing Amari Cooper on offense for the Browns. I don't see how this team's going to put up much points. But I like the under in this one. I don't think the Browns will be able to score much, and for some reason, due to all the penalties, I think the refs will keep this one close, especially being in Cleveland. I'd look out, Bengals. One of you guys might get hurt the way that these Browns are playing. So give me the Browns at +6. I think a 6-point spread's too big for these Bengals just quite yet. They might have won by 7 last week, but that was by a fluke. I like the Bengals, but we're playing the Browns at +6. Eagles at Giants. Whew, another 1 o'clock game. I've been waiting to talk about this one, folks. Can you believe the nerve that Nick Sirianni, the head coach of the Eagles, has got? Middle of the game, he wants to ask the crowd that's yelling, "You should be fired." You like that? You gotta be kidding me. Man, and then he brings in his kids for the media response so the media can't come in there and haze him in front of his kids and ask him why he's acting so unprofessional. Smart move, coach. But I don't think your team's going to like it. And that might motivate these Giants to rally around and really bring it to you Philly throats in this home game for Danny Dimes, who hasn't thrown a touchdown at home in 240 days. And this guy gets paid how much? Jesus. Well, I like the Eagles either way in a field goal game here. They got the better roster by 10. Man, if I had a bunch of Alabama alumni on my NFL team that I don't have, say I was in Sirianni's shoes, I feel like I'd be able to beat the Browns in a close one too. The only reason this Eagles team even made it to the Super Bowl a couple years ago was because an established offensive line and a great offensive scheme in Stan Shiken. The defensive coordinator, offensive coordinator, where have the Eagles been since then? I like the Eagles here. I'm talking down on a lot of teams that I'm rolling with this week, but it's because they deserve it. I like the Eagles here at -2.5. Moving on. Raiders at Rams. Certified Hood Classic. 4 p.m. Eastern, first 4 o'clock game. Raiders showed some life, but had some fumble problems there against the Steelers last week. Rams defense is straight up non-existent. But the Rams on offense still have Matthew Cuckold Stafford. Him and his wife over there making sleep number commercials like she ain't sharing the bed. I like the Rams offense to come in here firing off a little heavy because Matthew Stafford just got the comfort news. I like the Rams coming in here, firing the ball down the field, trying to get some points up early to make this Raiders offense keep up. But this Raiders defense is pretty sound, and they got the spread all the way up at 6.5. What does Vegas know that I don't? Somebody not going to play on Sunday? This Raiders offense showed some life there at the end against the Steelers, and I like the Steelers defense way better than the Rams. So give me Aiden O'Connell and all these young white guys. I like the Raiders plus 6.5. Moving on. Panthers versus Commanders. Great bounce back week for the young buck Jaden Daniels. Not so great bounce back for the Panthers. Red Rocket looked like he was ready to pop. Both these organizations have struggled in the past, but I really see an uprise in the Commanders, especially since the coaches that they brought in. Man, what a strong combination of Cliff Kingsbury and Dan Quinn this has been. Fun to watch. They had a real chance against the Ravens, but Jim Harbaugh and John Harbaugh, they got their shit together, especially when it comes to young QBs. You ain't got a chance. I like the Commanders here to win by multiple possessions. Line's at 8. I'm taking it at 7.5. Looks like it's moving in the favor of the Commanders. I like it all day at 7.5. Give me the Commanders. Woo! Pack your bags, folks. You can't miss this one. Super Bowl rematch hosted in San Francisco. Man, would I like to see this one. But the tickets are through the roof. I'm not paying to fly to a city that's a complete catastrophe right now. Look at what Kamala did to San Francisco in the 4 years he was in charge. And now look at what Gavin Newsom's doing over there. 49ers coming in here, had this one circled on their calendar as soon as it was scheduled. I know they're ready. They've been saving up, making sure everybody's healthy. I think truly the real reason they're going to win this game is just because they're 1 point more healthier than the Chiefs. Both these teams match up on paper, and it's like Chiefs all day. But 49ers are pissed, and so am I. I'm tired of these Chiefs. They should be 3-2. I like the 49ers coming in here, running that rock, doing anything they got. 49ers are coming off of a good victory against division rival Seahawks on a Thursday night game, so they get a little extended recovery time. Chiefs are actually coming off of a bye week where they just beat out the Chargers, and not so close of a nail-biter, but the Chargers did go up 10-0 at the beginning. I like the Chiefs here to come in and make it close on offense. But Mahomes is averaging an interception a game, and I think that's going to be the thing that seals this deal. Former teammate Chardavius Ward gets him while he's looking at Worthy, and Worthy's too young to know where he's supposed to be. And you just see Ward running down, giving him the cheetah, and saying, "See you, Mahomes, this is our ball." Then hands it right back to him and is like, I'd rather have the Super Bowl. I like Chardavius Ward, Nick Bosa, and this lockdown defense the 49ers got. Give them to me all day. 49ers by -1.5. Books got it at 1. Bump it up. Slam it down, folks. Jets, Sunday night. Woo! Can't wait for this one, folks. Jets at Steelers. Just give TJ Watt the early MVP already. Man, if there's a defensive player that could win it again, it would be this man. He is the greatest player in the NFL. I love TJ Watt, and I don't see who doesn't. Oh yeah, Bengals and Ravens, Browns fans. Steelers coming in here with a lot of momentum on offense, just for Mike Tomlin to take it all away and start Russell Wilson when Justin Fields has been really picking it up. God, I don't know about that move. Really don't know about that move. But it's making me want to fade the Steelers rather than riding with them here. Plus, the Jets are favored at Pittsburgh, even though they've lost their last 2 games. I'll tell you one thing, and that's Devontae needs his daddy Adams. He's coming back in here into this Aaron Rodgers offense where Aaron Rodgers was blaming all the mistakes on his receivers. We'll see how many excuses you come up with here now in Week 7, Jets fans. First, it was your O-line. They're healthy. Then it was your coach. He's gone. Now it's the refs. What are you going to do? 204 yards given on penalties? Now it's going to be Devontae Adams. Remember, folks, he's missed the past 2 weeks just to get to the Jets. It's not like he's been hurt. Don't worry about that there. This guy's just waiting to right on Daddy Rogers' thumb. Give me the Jets here, my -2.5 in a field goal game. Jeez, the Steelers love losing by 3 in prime time, especially at home. Ain't that right, Cowboys? Ravens at Bucks. Monday night, we got 2 games on Monday night, doubleheader. I don't know why they're doing this. It's really messing with my sleep pattern. But the Buccaneers are hosting the Ravens here. Baker Bout threw it away last week. Thank God their defense only allowed the Saints to score in 1 quarter of the game. I like the Ravens here because they won't allow that many mistakes. Buccaneers can't make that many mistakes against the Ravens and still expect to win. Jim Harbaugh's got his shit together, and he has the best running back-quarterback duo in NFL history, arguably. Lamar Jackson and King Henry should have no problem running on this Bucs defense and really keeping them out there on the field for majority of the game. Baker might see a lot of 3-and-outs here. I like the spread where it's at, -3.5. This should be a touchdown game, not a field goal one, folks. I expect this primetime game to be the better one, especially since we got the Chargers at Cardinals at 9 p.m. How gross is that? Oh, yeah, Ravens -3.5, by the way. Lock it. Chargers at Cardinals, 9 p.m. Eastern. Why does the NFL do this? Just make Fridays great again and put a game on Friday, man. That would work out perfectly, especially so I could stop at work, get drunk at the bar, watch the first half, drive home all crazy, and then see my Chargers lose. Oh, that would be great. Oh, at least I'd have a buzz. Keep an eye out on Herbert, fantasy owners. I like him to really show up here in the passing game. This kid's been lights out with his decision-making this year. Him and John Harbaugh click like 2 peas in a pod. And I like this pod. I'm putting it in my jewel and I'm smacking it. Cardinals offense, though, should be able to do a lot on the ground. I know John Harbaugh's defense is more cover 1 based and kind of keeps quarterbacks forcing to throw into tight coverages. I see Kyler Murray being able to scramble against the Chargers a little bit this week. Maybe not a lot, but definitely around the 40 to 50 yard marker. So for you parlay players, definitely keep an eye on Murray, especially if he looks like he wants to win. But I've seen this guy just go out there and sell so many times. Really struggled in the rain last week. I hope everybody's healthy. Marvin Harrison, a little banged up last week. Hopefully he shows up. Give me the Chargers at -2.5. Back-to-back weeks we playing this team at that spread, and I'm loving it. All right, folks, that's going to be it for Week 7. I'm on the go. I got to go on to work right now. It's 3:40 in the morning, and I'm probably still going to be late. I appreciate each and every one of you guys for tuning in each week, man. This has been great. I have a blast doing this stuff. Who cares if I'm bad at managing my time? Great at managing my money. But as Mr. Krabs says, folks, time is money. And I gotta go. All right, until next week, I hope all of you have the best of luck. Hope you enjoyed this short, quick, sweet one. I gotta get going. Whenever you guys watch this, let me know in the comments. If you guys are watching to the end, let me know down in the comments below your Cash App tag, and I'll think about sending you something. I don't like that. Thank you all. Have a blessed day, and thank you for watching. And don't forget, folks, don't sweat it, just bet it. Let's get it!